Okay, and as we work our way down the tabs on the left-hand side of our menu here, we get to the text options, which I'm going to show you here. And I'm going to show you those on a blank page here. So I'm going to come down to the bottom of this design where it says add a new page, tap that to take a new page. And as you can see here over on the top, we've got three different default sizes of headings here. So we've got a heading, which I can add here and just click and drag and move that to where I want. I can add a subheading, which is a little bit smaller and a slightly different font. And then a third one would be like body text, which is again smaller again. So we've got those three options on there for adding text, and as you would expect, you can click in any of these, come in and change the text to a different font. You can change the size and do all those other options we looked at in the previous video. However, also over here on the left hand side, under those three default settings there, you've got a number of pre-made design templates for text as well. So if you were looking for something that was already styled in a specific way, you can use those here too, and you can see they're basically all free. So it'd be very easy to just find one of those that might fit a design that you might want, bring it over. And as you can see there, all the text is done very nicely, chosen some good fonts for you, and good hierarchy to show a separation between the important information and the supporting information. So if you wanted to come in here and change any of these, you absolutely can. You just double tap on the text and you can jump in there and do that. If you decided you wanted to split some of this text up and move it around, what you first have to do is come up here to the top and hit the ungroup button. And then once you do that, you'll find that the text is now available to move and put into different places. So let's stick with the bowling birthday party design right now, and I'll move over from text down to the next tab underneath that's called background. So here in the background, you get a choice here with a default palette of a number of different colors that you can use for solid color backgrounds. So if I just click on one of those, what's interesting you'll notice is that Canva will maybe try and adapt the color of your font to match the background. So if I undo that, you'll notice that I had black text on a white background. And when I came down here and chose this purple background, Canva knew that the black may not stand out quite as well and offered me white text instead. So if I didn't want that, I could go back and change it to black, but I kind of quite like that option there. I could see what it looks like in this red or as a green, and you can see again the text changes automatically depending on what it thinks is a good contrast for your background and your text. And if you scroll down here a little bit more, you'll see some patterned backgrounds as well. So you may want to choose one of those and add a little bit more interest or fun. A lot of these are free, and some of them will be distracting. Some of them you might think distract from the text, like this one here doesn't make some of the text stand out very well, but others are a little bit more subtle and maybe more appropriate. So you can look through those and see which ones you have on here. Some of them are like gradients, maybe like this one here, for example. Others, as you see, as you get towards the bottom here, are paid backgrounds. But there's a good selection here of backgrounds you can choose from. Now the last tab over on the left here is the Uploads tab, and this is where you can bring in images that you already own as your own. Underneath here, these are some images I've uploaded previously in the past. If you want to upload a new image that you can use in Canva, maybe they don't have the exact one that you're looking for, or maybe you're using a school logo or something, then you can come in here to upload images. It will bring up all the files on your computer and let you upload an image of your own. So you can see here, this one here is uploading to my computer. If I tap on it, I can bring it over here to my design, resize it, move it over to wherever I would like it to be, and add that there. And all of these designs that you upload, all these images that you upload, will be available for use in future projects and will remain in there for you if you are looking for them. So you can search back and see all the other ones that you've uploaded in previous designs. So one last thing I'll show you here while we're here in the editor, and it's down here in the bottom right hand corner. We've got a couple of options here. So if I wanted to take a look at this design full screen to get a bigger look at it, I can choose the presentation button here. What that does is take me into full screen option and let me look at my graphic a little bit larger and see if this is the type of thing I am looking for. But I can come out of that just by hitting the exit presentation button. It's kind of like in PowerPoint and Google Slides, things like that. The other option you have here is to zoom in on your text, and that is the plus and minus buttons down here. So if you're making some very minute adjustments, or you can't quite align things up exactly the way you want, you can click this zoom in button here to zoom in, and then you can find the text you want and just make very small adjustments. Or similarly, you can zoom out. If you add a very large picture that you're still trying to resize and move and grab the handles of, then the zoom controller will let you use that too.